movie review number 1484 is Soul on Fire. Soul on Fire is a 2025 movie that is directed by Sean McNamara. So this movie has Sony Pictures, Affirm Films, Winda B. Huntington Productions, Branded Pictures Entertainment, Margaret French Isaac Entertainment, and Brookwell McNamara Entertainment, which is celebrating 25 years. Interesting. So I saw this movie on October 19th, 2025 at Regal Cinema 16 in Deerfield Town Center, Mason, Ohio. Now this is based on a true story of John O'Leary. John O'Leary is a man who has inspired a lot of people, but he had a tragic accident when he was 9 years old. So an accident leaves John O'Leary scarred with burns on his body, right after an accident involving himself being caught on fire. John O'Leary has burns or bruises to 100% of his body, and he is just 9 years old. Facing a miraculous recovery, despite doctors saying that he won't make it, John O'Leary defies the odds and he learns to walk again and you get out of the hospital, and he realizes that things are going to be different now. Especially since the fact that he no longer has fingers. Apparently they were too burned and the doctors couldn't save them. But John O'Leary survived the fire that happened in his house. And so he has to undergo some changes. Then we see him as a teenager in school and college. And we see him trying to adjust to his new conditions. But despite the odds, he still tries to be the same John that he was. He likes baseball and construction work, and he's just trying to with his new life, being scarred, but also being alive. So basically, in this movie, we see John embarking on a miraculous road to recovery with support from family, the community, and also from baseball announcer Jack Buck. And with the support of everybody involved, John O'Leary learns that you can still live despite what has happened to him. And he shouldn't think about the life that he could or should have. He should think about the life that he is living right now. Oh, it's a really good story. Now, I will say this. Even though it is a good story, the beginning of the film might be a little scary because of the fire. So it is PG rated, so just so you know, there are some images of burns or fire-related images, so please keep that in mind. But the rest of the movie focuses on his road to recovery from this incident. And it has inspired a lot of people, including people from prison. Interesting. I thought it was pretty good. So this movie has Joel Courtney as John O'Leary. John Corbett portrays Dennis, who is John's father. We also have actors and actresses in this movie like Stephanie Susostak, Macy McBrain, Devon Franklin. William H. Macy portrays Jack Buck in the movie. Natalie Buck, Ira Hawajari, James McCracken, Stella Bradshaw portrays Amy O'Leary, Mikey Craystone portrays Jim O'Leary, Richard Esteras portrays a felon, and Hannah Marie Daw portrays Christy. Now, we also see John O'Leary eventually meeting Beth, who will eventually become his wife. And Beth is a woman that likes John despite John's bruises. And John didn't think that Beth would want to be interested in him because of this. Well, Beth did not was not focused on his burns. He was focused on his heart. She was focused on his heart and his well-mannered character. And she eventually fell in love with John, and vice versa. So this is a movie about a guy who suffered an accident when he was a kid, who learns how to live again despite the blows that he has endured on his body. It may have scarred him, but it didn't defeat him. It's a really good movie. I definitely recommend it. So that's my movie review of Soul on Fire. Please enjoy from this movie review. Alright, goodbye.